Every morning, billions of people ask themselves the same question. What am I going to wear? It's a simple question, but what you wear is not just a matter of personal choice. It's dictated by trends, culture, your pocketbook, and how far you're willing to go to stand out. In a word, it's fashion. Today, I'm going to meet Marilyn Yu Lee of Plutonium Clothing. She's a fashion designer that specializes in custom clothing, wedding gowns, and stage costumes for theater productions. Then, we'll swing by a fashion design institute and glimpse into the world of tomorrow's top designers. You're a fashion designer. What does that entail?
I design clothes for people, mostly special occasion things, so like wedding dresses or party dresses, things like that. And sometimes I do costumes for theater.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
About 7 years. And I initially started out doing wholesale, which means that I would design lines and then I would take them around to boutiques and sell them. So I did that for several years and I didn't really like that. So now I've been doing custom clothes.
So do you make your clothes yourself or do you have them manufactured somewhere?
Yeah, I make them all here. So when I did wholesale, I would contract out production, but now that I'm doing custom things that are one of a kind, I would rather do it in-house so I can oversee everything and make sure it comes out exactly right. So usually when I start a project, I'll spend some time doing some research and designing things, and then I'll put together drawings for the clients. And I usually, if I'm doing a dress, I usually like to do like 4 or 5 designs that I'll email to them, and then we'll discuss the designs over email and finalize something. And then after we have the design, then I'll make a pattern. And then I'll make a muslin, and the muslin is an inexpensive cotton, which you do a mock-up of the pattern. And that's for fitting purposes. And also so the client will get an idea of what it looks like, because sometimes it's hard for people to visualize, okay, well, what is this drawing gonna look like when it's on me? So then that also helps them, and then I can get feedback from them about the design. So usually there's about 2 or 3 muslin fittings in the process. And then while we're doing those muslin fittings, there's usually like a week or 2 weeks in between each fitting, then we can also discuss fabric. So I have fabrics that I can get wholesale, or if they don't like any of those, then we can go to the fabric store and get something else together. So hopefully by the end of the muslin fittings, we'll have some fabric, and then I'll go ahead and make the final garment, and we'll have 2 or 3 fittings in the final fabric.
Everyone has to have clothing on their back. I think a perfect example of the California lifestyle, which is permeating the world now, is the movement to jeans. I think we'll also go more into the area of performance fabrics, fabrics that are really all year. They breathe in the summer and they keep you warm in the winter.
The clothing industry, that's so wide. I mean, you could specialize in so many different things. So figuring out what I wanted to do and what I like doing the most and what's marketable. So originally I started out doing wholesale, but it didn't really fit because I like doing these really high-end specific sorts of things that don't have a huge market. So it was really difficult to do wholesale. But I'm much happier doing custom things because I know who my client is. I know exactly what they want, figuring out what people want and making it for them. And then I also like doing really intricate things, which tend to be like for fancier things.